silence was power. Midnight rain running down my window. City lights painting shadows on my skin. Used to drown in the echo.
What we got here now? What we got here? Scarlet Letter A. What's up, y'all? This would be our Scarlet Letter A series. This is part 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up 6, 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10. Y'all remember y'all hear that song? It's a couple of things y'all hear that song. We used to sing that song all the time. But when you look at scary movies, y'all remember Freddy Krueger? Freddy Krueger had that song on it, didn't it? Everybody gonna be looking like, yeah, it did. Baby Whisper, we on Scarlet Letter A series. Let's talk about the hunter and the haunting. Now y'all gonna be like, the haunting? I want to talk about the hunt. I want you to understand the perpetrator pattern and the hidden games of abuse. I'm gonna hit this real hard, real smooth, real gone, and you're gonna be looking like she ain't leave no crumbs. Y'all keep thinking that this is an easy cat and mouse game and you're not understanding what these people are actually doing. So Scarlet Letter A, we're gonna have to show you what they do, help you understand it, and help you be able to, hopefully in the future, get other people from being in it. So let's talk about the monster who wears the mask. Now, not all predators lurk in alleys. They often wear friendly faces, family members, coaches, pastors, babysitters, teachers. They use trust, not force, and they manipulate before they molest. Now y'all gonna say, baby Whisper, you said that word. This is actually in the savage room, so I'm about to give it to you real raw. There are so many predators that use masks. The mask that they use is the mask of manipulation. They don't show you the danger. They are the most dangerous ones because they are put on place for them in places to make you trust. They understand the mechanisms that make us work. They are in the places where we are most trusted, and these are the most dangerous people. Let's talk about the hunter. See, a true hunter wears clothes the same part of the grass, right? So when you go hunting, if none of y'all been hunting before, let me back it up a minute, okay? So when you go hunting, you wear the camouflage. So let me camouflage you so the predator can't see you looking through the window. So imagine yourself looking so deep into a window at a person that's wearing a cape. When I talk about this cape, the cape that I'm talking about is their pastors. They got a robe on. They judges, they lawyers, they doctors, they nurses, they teachers. These are people that we trust automatically because of the oath that they have taken. That is their mask. Underneath what they got going on, they want to do all kinds of things, unspeakable things. And in their head, their mouth, their words, anything they say will change your mind because they automatically have this position and title. What you are seeing these days is that a mask is a title. The title before your name. A mask is the trust that what you do has exactly what you actually want to do. So let's talk about the cat and the mouse, the power, manipulation, and psychological trap. The abuse plays game to keep victims in confusion, rewards, punishment, and secret pacts. We know that this month, the baby was going to talk about the silent contract. But let's talk about this pact. Every time you say silent, Every time you deny something that is true, you are making a silent pact with your predator to keep them safe, to keep their manipulation going. And only your silent pact will keep the mask on them. Victims often feel emotionally bonded or guilty to speak up. I have a question. How many of y'all have had something happen to you in your past and your parents, your grandparents have said, shh, don't talk about that? We don't call the police, we handle it ourselves. It's a different story when you actually handle it yourself. But handling yourself is by sweeping it under the rug and you still praising a man that goes into a corner and touches a little girl, but goes and tell you about God. You are just as bad as him. Or how about that man that's a gym coach or basketball coach, and you know he like little boys, and because he giving your child a chance to get you in a place, you are selling your child out. See, Scarlet A is not just about the hunter, because anybody that puts you in this position, anybody that kept you in this position is a part of the haunting. It's not a hunting, it's a haunting. Because the victim is standing on the outside and there's a chain link going down that's connecting the victim and the predator. And those of y'all who stand there and know something's happened, you are part of that haunting. And in order for that victim to actually get themselves together, I'm saying victim right now for a reason, because a lot of y'all gonna call me on it. I'm saying it because in this position, they don't know where you gonna go. In the middle of you actually breaking your bonds, you turn into a victim because you have to kill your former self and you have to revive yourself in order for you to get over what has happened. Most of us carry these scars with us straight into our adulthood because we have never dealt with the parts we need to deal with. And half of y'all are still looking at the people who are the chain link on your haunting. Physical and emotional abuse go together. It is a part of the cat and mouse game. Anybody that's ever been through physical abuse, whether it is physical fighting and beating or it is sexual molestation, they all have a point where you have to deal with it. Scarlet A don't stop at one point. It goes through to the whole entire plant base. Because see, in order for you to stop weeds from growing in your garden, you're going to have to clean them out. There's a point in time when you go from victim to survivor. But you can't be a survivor and you still carrying them weights. If you don't understand that in this game, for you to understand what happened to you, stop asking the question why. You never gonna get your answer you want to hear. In your head, you have exactly what this person gonna say, and it's not gonna be what comes out of their mouth. Because sexual predators are the one group of people we have not had a cure for because it is a part of their DNA. You gonna say, what you mean? Because some of these people was put in this position. Some of these people were put in this position where it happened to them. But you have to make the choice. What is your choice? You can choose to be an ultimate predator, or you can choose to be an ultimate survivor. You can't stay in the middle and keep covering it up because it's always gonna rear its ugly head. Nothing in the dark stays in the dark. It always has to protrude to the light. The closet and under the bed where the fear lies. Now I'm going to talk about this closet. Potentially this closet means that it's a place where you close the door and things are stored in it. So I want you to think about a closet where you store things, where you hang things, where you keep things. take every emotion that you feel from this complete thing that has happened to you, this situation, and I want you to open your closet door and I want you to read it out, because you're going to see depression, you're going to see anxiety, you're going to see hate, you're going to see self-loathing, you're going to see it all, hanging up, sitting down, underneath, undergo. How you get out of it, baby whisper? Open the closet and start taking out the words. You see, the closet is different. If you got a closet full of skeletons, as they call it, that's way different than having bodies under your bed. Now see, when you got a skeleton full of closets, it's easy for you to come around, pull the skeleton out, face the skeleton, tell the skeleton how you feel, and get rid of it. When you got bodies underneath your bed, you have used your trauma to manipulate other people. Therefore, the monsters under your bed, you have to face yourself before you can actually heal yourself, because you yourself have victims. What did you do with your trauma? Did you bond to someone else to entangle them, to know how you feel? Or did you face your closet and start opening up your skeletons? See, as kids, we say monsters live in the closets under the bed. But they are metaphors for people we couldn't escape. These are situations that are here. When you say there's still a monster under your bed, what have you done to put that monster there? See, the closet monster is different because you can pull it out and show it. Those monsters under your bed is some stuff you don't want to talk about. Ooh, we don't want to go there. See, childhood fears often symbolize real traumas in our minds. Couldn't process it at the time. And I want to tell y'all about something, because a lot of y'all kids start talking to y'all. They start talking about the man in the mirror. They start talking about the man sitting on the porch. I seen a story that I ain't watching because I don't like horror stories, about the woman in the yard. While you are watching your child use their imagination to deal with an adult trauma, you need to learn how to decipher between what they are coping with and what they are dealing with. Because as a child, we could very much play out our imagination. In these days, we want our children to be children and grown-ups at the same time. You can't tell your child to stop and grow up when you ain't even grown up yet. You just old. How you gonna decipher what your child is in when you ain't stepped in your child's shoes? You need to stop thinking because it happened to you and you got over it and you didn't, that your child just gonna happen to get over it and they ain't. You need to deal with your trauma before you bond with your child with the trauma bond that is gonna cause a generational curse to your generational bloodline. Because the scarlet letter A ain't about what we talk about. It's about what we don't. The anxiety, the abandonment. Why are you abandoning your child when people abandon you? I ain't even skip a beat yet, did I? I did say this part too. Let's move on. The swapping spirits. Now this the part, this is gonna be fun. You ready for this one? The predator ties you to them without consent. The silent contract. It's not just about the body, it's about the soul ties, the fear cords, the identity hijacking. Your senses of self become spiritual entwined with a predator's lie. I have a question to some of y'all because I'm going to bring this up. I've seen this over and over again. Some of y'all females that use your body and can sleep with anybody, I have a question. Who lied to you? Some of y'all guys out there that will go out there and claim you drunk or you high and going to sleep with any and everybody or paying somebody, I have a question. Who hurt you? You see, we so busy worried about what it looks like. We so busy looking at ourselves trying to think about what it is. But we ain't stopped to ask what we done. When you physically lay down with a person, you spiritually entwine yourself with that person. I talk about this in Soul Ties. Chuck talks about this in Soul Ties. We both talked about this over and over again. And the spiritual aspect that a lot of y'all has still remedied on you is the predator's throw up. That's what I call it. Now you're going to be like, ooh, what is that? That's them lies they told you that you so beautiful, but it's making you feel like you are nothing but dirt. You so sexy, but you feel like you are nothing worthy of anything that you really want. You so amazing, but you feel like dying in that moment. You get where I'm going? I keep telling you, when you say words, when you spell words, you are still doing a spelling of what is coming out. And some people understand the spiritual aspect of trauma. Therefore, they will use it against you 24/7. Break it. Somebody walk up to you and tell you you so sexy and you feel like, what the hell is that? I'm sorry, sir, but take your negativity with you. I did not sign that contract. Y'all want to know why contract law is so powerful? The most powerful law in the world is contract law. Y'all want to know why it's so powerful? Because you can physically and spiritually have a contract. We live in two worlds. The spiritual world and the physical world. And when we combine them two in that gray area, the gray area is trauma. It intertwines without you physically giving your consent. And somebody else is pulling all of that on you. When you feel a certain way and that fear happens, why you think they take trophies? They relive that energy that comes back into. You say, baby, whisper, you looking at a whole different way. In the United States right now, we going through a spiritual battle. This is August. And in August, we got many people that like to commit suicide, go through mental breaks, and you want to know why. They don't know how to face their closet, and they damn sure don't know how to look underneath the bed. But I'm telling you right now, turn on your light. It can't hold you unless you allow it. It can't hold you unless you allow it. One more time. It can't hold you unless you allow it. And if you allow it, then I'm telling you now, if you got kids, it's going for your kids. You want to do something about it? You want to change it? You want to be somebody? You want to take your butterfly effect? You cannot transform to nothing holding on to a spiritual soul tie of trauma, especially sexual abuse, especially alcohol abuse, especially drug abuse. You can't walk into your transformation without you letting go of your trauma. And in order for you to let go of your trauma, you got to speak the truth. You made that choice when it came to drugs and alcohol. It is not your fault that somebody saw the weakness in you to see the good in people. Stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming your parents. Call back your power. It is a part of you. Use it as fuel and don't use it as fire because you don't know how to control that rage. Stop being angry at something that you can't change. The House of Mirrors. This is my favorite one, the House of Mirrors. Because me and therapists get into an argument over this one. The House of Mirrors. Abuse creates distorted reflections. So you see yourself through their eyes. Used, unworthy, seductive. Even though it's not your fault. Even though you did not speak those words. I keep telling you, change the narrative. It's so easy for me to say it. It's so hard for you to do. And the truth of the matter is, you don't understand how to change the narrative because you are stuck in the past. If you don't put one foot in front of the other and start walking your ass across the room, pace the room until you understand. See, y'all keep thinking to yourself, clear my head, clear my mind. I'ma say it. I'ma say this affirmation. It don't mean shit unless you believe it. You can say what you want till you're blue in the face. It don't mean nothing if you don't believe it. You have to say it. You have to believe it. You have to pour it into yourself. And you have to want to get up. Because if you are soaking yourself in trauma, you soaking yourself in patheticness, you soaking yourself in depression, you never gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel. And you may as well then call yourself a victim, because you ain't never gonna want to get up. I keep telling you, rise up. You can rise up broken. Start walking crippled. And keep walking till them chains come off you. Don't look back. If it's behind you, let it kiss your ass and keep walking. If they meant to be with you, it's going to catch up to you. I need y'all to understand about self-perception, because your guilt has hijacked you into one part of, this happened to me, I can never have this life. You can have whatever the hell you want to. You want to know why? Because free will. Free will and karma. Here come this bitch who gonna tell you, if you stay still, she gonna tell you, you must want to be there. Sometimes we get stagnant in waters because we get frustrated. But when you're working through trauma, being stagnant in waters is one of the dangerous things. Because you're going to perceive yourself as not being able to. When you got to understand, you got to learn how to crawl again. First of all, you got to learn how to belly flop, crawl, then walk, then run. You trying to get up and run. It don't work that way. Everything we go through, we got to relearn how to do it again. And this time when you relearn it, you're building up your arm. Your bulletproof vest is coming. But you said, baby West, but how do we expose the hunter? I want every person whose child has been hit with something, everybody who's been in a situation, I want you to listen to me very carefully. I want you to listen to me extremely carefully. When you get ready to name the hunter, when you get ready to name the predator, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Nobody is going to believe you, and everybody gonna come against you, because the perception of that person is going to weigh more than the actual character. I'm gonna tell you what you do, parents. Don't stagger or shake. Keep going. Keep talking. Keep saying his name, her name, with predator behind it. Speak the truth. Because eventually the truth is going to shine. Many of victims and survivors don't get justice because they let things throw them off. And it's hard when nobody believes you. It's hard when people believe the person, the perpetrator. It's hard when the perpetrator or the hunter is one of the people that have a hell of a future, and they are using and manipulating that that people can't see it. It's hard, but I need you to understand something. You know how the Ghostbusters, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! You better get that song in your head. It's time for you to speak the truth. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. They can prophesy all they want to. Keep speaking the truth. Keep standing on your truth. Keep speaking the truth and don't sell out. Because as soon as you take a price for your victimhood, as soon as you take a price for your trauma, you have become financial gain to another person. You should not be able to be bought. You can't heal if you be brought. Stand on your truth. You see, the haunting and the reason why I say haunting is because it's going to go through all kinds of trauma. You're going to find trauma bonding, you trauma healing, trauma this, trauma that, and everybody going to be looking at you and everybody going to say, take the steps, heal the steps. You're going to get so sick of hearing that, but until you sit down and tell yourself, I forgive you, the hunter going to come to you. How dare you get ready to break this contract? As soon as you start taking back your energy, oh, he coming. She coming. She gonna show up. How dare you overstep your boundaries? Nobody asked you to be here. See, in order for you to stand up to the person that's hurt you the most, you're gonna have to learn how to gain that power back. You are strong enough to survive it. You are strong enough to defeat them. You are here for a purpose. See, a lot of us forget. Some of us go through trauma because our purpose is what they want. They can't take it unless you give it to them. You need to stand up, queens and kings. Tell your princes and princesses that just because they got to them once, they ain't gonna be able to do it again. Look yourself in the eye. Tell yourself you're worth it. This is part 2 of Scarlet Letter. We in the savage room. Part 3 will come in September. And I need everybody to understand something. In order for you to stand up to your hunter, you must no longer become the hunting. You must now become the prey that fought back. It's the baby whisper and the savage room. Step into our courtyard and yield.
I've walked through fire, I've drowned in rain, carried my kingdom through rivers of pain. They try to break me, try to dim my light, but a queen still stands in the dead of night. Every scar is just proof I'm still here. Every tear is a diamond crystal clear. You can't take what God's already chosen. No, my crown is now broken. The crown is not broken. It still shines on my head. Even when the walls fell and love turned to lead, you can't crush the soul that was born.
Back up, I'm stepping in mean. Lip gloss popping, crown sitting clean. Ain't here for the soft talk, this room got heat. Savage room queen still snatching the seat. I don't beg, I don't chase, I don't cry. I just boss up, glow up and tell them bye. Got them shook off the walk in the side eye. I'm the whole plate, baby, you a small fry. Click clack in my heels, that's power. Big drip ain't sweet, I devour. Make them freeze when I talk, no stutter. Built